Our Emily Burr spoke with one of the stars of an upcoming show coming to the Keller Auditorium.
A sleepy town comes alive when a band of musicians shows up unexpectedly. The musical Miscommunication, now an award-winning Broadway show, The Band's Visit, coming to the Keller next week. It tells the story of a group of musicians who bring an offbeat town back to life in some surprising ways. James Rana plays Simone. He also happens to be the longest-running member of the show's cast, bringing The Band's Visit to Broadway and beyond. And he joins us this morning. James, so good to have you here with us. Good morning.
Oh, thank you so much. It is such a pleasure to be here, and I'm so excited to be coming back to Portland.
Yeah, I'm so excited to talk with you about this show because you know The Band's Visit inside and out. You started from an understudy on the show to having done over 950 performances of this musical. It's incredible. I mean, for anyone who's unfamiliar, tell us a little bit about the show.
The Band's Visit is based on a wonderful film from 2007 from Israel called The Band's Visit by Eran Kolorin. And it tells the story of an Egyptian police band who have been invited to perform at a ceremony in a big city but because of cultural differences and pronunciation and language barriers, they go to the wrong town and they're stranded for the day. And the people in the town take them in for the night. And even though people have all these differences, cultural, language, everything, we're human beings. We have so much more in common than we think we do. And people bond, and it's a beautiful, lovely, funny story. And I wouldn't feel that way if I hadn't been with the show so long, because I still feel this way.
That's incredible. I mean, clearly this is a show that has stuck with you because you have stuck with it. I mean, the score is fantastic. It's won so many awards. So has the musical itself. And it's based on, is it based on a screenplay or based on a novel by the same name?
It's based on the screenplay that, made into the film, yes.
It's so cool. So what is it like getting to bring this show to life on stage?
It is truly an honor. People always say to me, they're like, "You've been with this show since September of 2017. How bored are you?" And I said, I am never bored. I still find myself backstage, standing in the wings and watching moments of the play or listening to, because it has that effect. And it's wonderful talking to the audience after performances, especially for so many of them seeing it for the first time. And it's something that's now living inside of them.
Oh man, I love the ability to go see a show and be transported to another part of the world, to be introduced to different people or different situations, and it makes you see things differently. I would imagine that some of the themes in the show of the cultural miscommunications and mix-up, that probably carries over to kind of what the audience perceives in some places too.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in the opening moments of the play where people are like, what exactly is happening or watching? And then the greatest thing is the fact that no matter the size of the theater, we start to slowly watch the audience lean in. And I love that because it's like a magnet. They're now part of the show and they want to see what's going to happen. They are emotionally invested.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine that this season has been certainly an emotional investment for you and your colleagues after taking some time off in the pandemic, getting to come back to the stage. What has that reunion felt like for you this year?
It has truly been a blessing. It's been a wonderful reunion. Our lead producer, Oren Wolf, said it best in a Zoom meeting like over a year ago when they were still trying to figure out ways. He said, once we return to the theater, I'll never take it for granted.
I think a lot of visitors and viewers, feel like that too. Everyone's just so excited to see live performances back on stage. Anything else that I didn't ask that you would want people to know about this performance?
I think that if you've never heard Eastern music, Arabic music, you're going to become an enormous fan of the music. We have extraordinary musicians who are playing on stage. Usually they're in the pit, they are live on stage. We have instruments that you don't normally see on stage. We have an early form of the guitar called the oud. We have a darbuka, an extraordinary drum. The music, the singing, there's even some roller skating, folks. And I love Portland. I had a wonderful in Portland many years ago, and I'm so excited to come back.
Oh, well, we are so excited to have you and all of your castmates, the Band's Visit. When I tell people that this is an award-winning musical they won't want to miss, I got to double-check my notes here. I mean, it won Best Musical Awards from the Tony Awards, Drama League, New York Drama Critics Circle, the Outer Critics Circle, Tony and Grammy Award-winning soundtrack and score. It is just a fantastic show. We're so excited to have it coming here to Portland. James, thank you so much. Great to talk with you, and so excited to get to see you on stage here in the new year.
It is an honor. We cannot wait, and thank you so much.
Absolutely. Of course, you can go catch the Band's Visit coming to the Keller Auditorium in Portland from January 4th through the 9th. Find tickets today at BroadwayInPortland.com.
How cool, getting back into live shows and being able to get a show like
yeah.
that just across the street from us over at the
is.
Keller Auditorium.
Keller's right there.
No, that'll be fun.